carnivore diet is it's a game changer. It's a diet that's really helped me improve my looks, improve my skin, improve my physique, get in incredible shape. So carnivore diet just has just incredible benefits. Help me sleep better, helps you think clearer, gives you more energy throughout the day with no crashes. So just so many benefits to carnivore diet. And I guess I don't do strictly carnivore diet, but a lot of guys do, or I know a lot of people have kind of shifted to what I do, adding fruit back. Some people eat raw dairy too, I guess. I don't necessarily understand how that works. And honey too, because I think people get kind of confused when you say carnivore diet. They think just like I think sometimes they think like you can eat like burgers with ketchup or burgers with like a bun or like steak with a side of fries with it, or like you're just primarily eating meat and you're not they think they don't really necessarily immediately think meat or food in its natural raw form. They think meat with like stuff with it, like a hamburger with a bun and a side of fries. I think that's what sometimes people associate with carnivore diet. I think other times they associate it with like burger with like cheese on it, or burger with a little bit of ketchup, or burger with a little bit of mustard. But in reality, it's in reality, yeah, it's just food, meat in its simplest form. A lot of guys on carnivore, honey, 'cause honey is naturally occurring. That's the thing. Like people think of like honey and syrup kind of like are a lot of the same, like kind of tied in the same, but syrup just so bad for you with a bunch of added sugar, a bunch of just stuff that's not. Honey is like, especially like raw natural honey is good for you. Just it's food as it is in nature, just naturally occurring in nature. Just raw honey, pretty good for you. So yeah, huge proponent of carnivore diet. I've really challenged a lot of people to try it. Just try it for a month. I think it's just like it's kind of one of those things where people talk about like sleeping. Like Jordan Peterson talked about, he obviously is a huge advocate of carnivore diet. I'll get to my point here in a minute. But he talks about how, like, sleeping poorly, okay? So if you sleep poorly your whole life, you don't really know. You think that's just the way it is. You have you have nothing else to compare it to. So to you may, even if you sleep, so you don't realize you're sleeping horribly, but in your mind, you sleep okay just because you don't know any other way. You don't know good sleeping. I think so many people have become accustomed to eating sugar, bad foods, processed foods, fast foods, McDonald's fries, Skittles. People have so become accustomed to feeling crappy. They've eaten that their whole life and they felt crappy that they don't know that there is another way. They don't understand there is, if you're eating healthy, that is a better, eating healthy will make you feel so much better that you'll be like, oh my goodness, that's, what have I been doing my whole, that there was another option, there was another alternative, there was another way out of this. There was a way to feel better. I think that's why I think not sleeping at night, depression. I think a lot of the reason I got into carnivore diet was because I kind of felt a mix of anxiety, depression from not accomplishing things, not sleeping at night. And so I was always kind of like, I got to sleep better. I was taking medication when I was younger, thought I needed a sleep study for sleep apnea. I'm just thinking, like, there's got to be a way to feel better. Like, as crappy as I feel, as anxious I feel, as depressed I feel, I know a lot of that can be cured up by accomplishing things, going to the gym. But I was thinking, like, what is the way I can feel better? And I found, Jordan Peterson. I found about carnivore diet. And I remember that Joe Rogan clip, Jordan Peterson. It's about 2 years ago, almost exactly, a little over 2 years ago, about 2 years and a month ago. It's about 25 months ago. I saw that video, Jordan Peterson, on Joe Rogan. This clip, he was on that episode. That was about 4 or 5 years ago at this point. Now I think it was 5 years ago at this point, but it was 3 years ago from the time I had watched it. And I'm thinking, like, he's talking about, his daughter, all these benefits. Symptoms dropped off, autoimmune disease cured, skin cleared, skin glowing, face slimmed out, Jordan Peterson lost weight. Some people have lost 300, 400, 500 pounds. And I'm thinking, like, there's got to be something to this. And, there's all these anecdotal stories of people improving, people feeling better on a carnivore diet. I'm just like, why isn't this more known? Well, it's because, the Matrix, people that control the world, they don't want people to understand this diet. They don't want people to think freely. You think about a person who is still masked up, fat, overweight, sucked into the liberal agenda, eating fast food, eating sugar, sucking down frappes all day. You think about a person like that, that's what the people that control the world, the people that are, the elites, the government, people around the government making new law. That's what they want. They want people fat, controlled, lazy, brain rotted, their brain just in a fucked up fog from just all the garbage that's in it. That's what the government wants. That's what the government craves. That's what the people that control the world want. Because you think about it, if you're trying to get someone, like if you're in during the COVID pandemic, if you're trying to get if you're trying to control 20% of the population, and or if you're trying to control, there was two people that you could control, okay, if there's two people you're trying to control and you knew one of them was fat, overweight, ate junk food all day, two males too. One of them, he's kind of a beta, kind of just a good old boy, listens to everything he's told, kind of a yes man. And the other guy, a big, strong dude, free thinker, more of an alpha, more of a go-getter. If you have two different guys, which one do you think you can control more? Obviously, the guy that's fat, overweight. So that's the thing. That's why they want to push junk food. That's why there's ads for all these prescription drugs, junk food. You just want to control, make you fat, weak body, weak mind, strong body, strong mind. So I guess that's, I guess that goes to my point of why the government really wants people to be fat and sick, and that's why they don't want studies and benefits out there of the findings of carnivore diet, so people so people can just continue to eat all the junk and shit on the TV.